Something, Eggman. Something, Shadow.
Cute.
You really got to get that nasal congestion problem taken care of, Iki. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dark side story of Sonic Adventure 2.
Yay.
Look, I'm sorry, but nasal congestion and phlegm is built into my DNA. I can't just dig in there and change things up.
Sure you can. You can back the formula.
Is it meant to be echoing like this?
It is.
It's supposed to be this red. Whoa! Ole!
Explosion.
So our story begins as Eggman is literally tearing through a military research facility.
And having a whale of a time.
Dear Diary, I had a hell of a time today tearing through the government's top secret military research.
I've been stuck in here for 3 weeks!
So anyway, to give MB context here, by the way, hi MB.
Hello.
Hi, me.
We're breaking you out of Iron Gate.
Anyway, so to give her context, the reason Eggman is here busting up this GUN HQ is because he found a diary that belonged to his grandfather, the late Professor Gerald Robotnik, talking about a secret weapon of sorts that he built, and Eggman's like, ooh, I want to use Grampy's newest toy to take over the world!
I love this.
Now that he isn't around, I can search through his closet all I want.
For some reason, you're just making me think of freaking, For some reason, all I could think about was freaking, just storming a secret military base. Might delete later, IDK.
And unlike usual, where Eggman will usually send his own pawns to do the job, he's doing the dirty work himself.
This is a new.
Yeah, because, like, not counting, like, some spin-offs beforehand, this is the first time Eggman's been playable in, like, an actual Sonic game.
Yep. He is literally one of the key focuses of Sonic Adventure 2's story, right down to actually getting good control him on his own two metal legs.
I'd hazard a guess and say that gun robots are made of sterner stuff. And Batniks just take like one hit to pop open. So, yeah.
I mean, remember, Gun's robots run off of Chaos Drives. Our runs on pretty woodland critters.
Rude. Set the frickies free.
You know, the ethical, non-pollutant way.
I mean, we don't even know what exactly those Chaos Drives are made of. I mean, they may look like pieces of shattered Chaos Emeralds, but the Chaos Emeralds are still out and about, so what are they really fueled up with?
Rock candy.
Rock candy. Nothing like a piece of rock candy after a hard day's work.
Exactly.
I reckon they're just, you know, the shattered hopes and dreams of a Chow.
Oh no, no, don't make me sad!
That's why you give it to the Chow to regain their memories.
Is that how that works?
Of being close to godliness.
So I do want to ask a few things. First off, you doing well, Doug?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, it's good. And I guess I could ask, since this is our first time joining us, I know you talked a little bit about your exposure with Adventure 1. What exposure, if any, do you have with SA2 by comparison, NB?
This. That's it.
Wow.
Again, I haven't
played SA2?
I haven't played. The only Sonic games I've played is like 10 minutes of Shadow the Hedgehog, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, and a little bit of Sonic Frontiers. So, and also Sonic vs. Speed Battle, but that's a mobile game, so like, eh. So, that's me. Hi.
So what you're telling us is that you're a late Sonic bloomer.
Sure. I mean, my first exposure to Sonic the Hedgehog was like Sonic X, the show, when it was on 4Kids, and haha, 4Kids, that's funny. So that was my first exposure.
It's like naming a channel for adult.
Exactly.
Can I say, and I know and I know we are going to be tackling it still, but there's something just so funny to me about how like that can just kind of be slipped in there in terms of like the Sonic game library of, oh yeah, I played Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Heroes, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, then we also had Sonic Secret Rings, like, wait, hold on, what was that last one?
Hey, now what was the murder? Hold on, the murder of who?
Yeah, but do those belong on a resume?
I think
Oh,
Alright, Iki. just because you couldn't dang shut up about it for today only, I'll show you the Chow Garden and Eggman's greatest running physique.
I was about to say, I was actually, it's very funny that you do this, James. Keep running. This actually right here is a visual representation of Icky right now, as James told him that he's
Running around
the
in
Chow
circles.
world.
You know what I would love? Oh, yeah, here's the Chow Garden. Anyway, I was about to
The
say...
babies.
You know what I would have loved, James? If, like, you started off with, like, just Eggman running around in that hub there. It's like, alright, I'll do it. You just show Eggman running around. Okay, enough of
And then
that,
go
then just
back
go back
into
to the
the world.
levels.
Alright, you know what you've been waiting for. Anyway.
So the thing about the Chow Garden is that this is pretty much Sonic Team's whole animal raising simulator. In this case, you get to raise a whole bunch of cute little blue babies called Chow.
It's like Neopets.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Only you're not crying on the internet.
Ha.
Now, if you're like me and want to get started as soon as possible, you do this.
No!
Now they're confused.
Ah! Look at his face!
I'm not gonna lie, I don't entirely blame James because I forget if there's any other way to get him out of their egg.
Also,
there are many ways to get more eggs. In fact.
no,
to get them out of their egg.
Well, if you're holding the egg, which James Man just said, fuck this, I'm not bothering, there is an option where you could, like if you hold the B button when you pick them up... No, don't do that!
Don't hit
Anyways,
the
There are
child.
many ways you can raise your Chow. You can raise them with love, or you can literally attack them like this.
No!
oh, into the
That was a
water.
bit of a delay reaction
You know
there.
what, Eggman is in character for Eggsman, I guess?
I actually didn't know you could attack the Chow.
Oh, this one's a mean and
I'm going to call you Sage.
ha.
From Humble Bee.
I'm going to call you Defect.
Oh.
Speaking of Defect, we throw those straight into the departure machine.
James Man, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Do it.
James Man, no!
Do it.
No!
Do it.
No!
Look, it's
No!
look, it's
No!
Oh
Do
my
it.
god.
listen, it's fine. He's just look. See, a happy life in a faraway forest.
Alone!
It's going to a happy faraway forest upstate.
No!
Are you absolutely sure? All right, say
Goodbye, Defect. Goodbye.
Why? Also, what the hell is with that texture guy?
I don't know how much of it is serious, but I have actually in my history never heard Icky sound so distraught.
It's genuine.
Have a nice pop,
Hashtag justice for defect.
and have another ice pop.
These are otter pops. Now be very careful when eating them so you do not cut the corners of your mouth.
Made with genuine otter.
I played a little bit of the Chow, but it was not like my main focus ever playing these. How about you, Doug?
It's the same.
It was my main focus.
It is an absolute time sink. Oops,
Alright.
did you do that?
There is a lot going on when you take care of Chow. Like, you might notice that this little fella is changing ever slightly darker in tone. Like, if you continue petting him, like, no, like, press the B button repeatedly. You'll notice that he's gradually turning
yeah,
a
it's
darker
Hugh.
color.
Is that because a
So-
Team Dark person is caring for him?
Yes.
Yes. So in Sonic Adventure 1, there was a case, it didn't matter what character raised the Chow, it would eventually evolve into, like, a swimming Chow, a power Chow, a running Chow, a flying Chow, or a neutral Chow. In SA2, however, they introduced a morality system for Chow, wherein if you care for it with love and affection with a hero side character, or,
turns
you know,
white.
beat the shit out of them as a dark type character, it will become a hero Chow when it evolves. And the opposite holds true if you be nice with it with a dark character, but mean with it with a hero character. It will grow to resent heroism and become a dark Chow when it evolves.
Wear it.
He gave you an eggshell. Oh, but because it's
Unfortunately, this Chow's
Eggman.
intelligence is, like, base level because it's freshly hatched and it is, in fact, a baby.
Well, but it.
But, you know, raise it efficiently enough and it will eventually learn
Blech.
to either put it on its head or, I don't know, put it on its head.
You know, you look positively fit for the races.
Well,
It
You
just
better win big!
I was just.
So,
Win big or go home. That's my motto.
Sorry,
So,
go ahead,
it-
Emby.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's past. It's all good.
I was just saying, so I promised MB that we would try to wrap up this session in around 2 hours. I feel like this might put a damper on things.
No, it's fine.
No, it
Chow
won't.
Garden's fine. I'll be okay, I promise.
Chow Garden is life.
Listen, this story is going to be a little bit shorter than Hero Side Story, so I'm willing to make up some of that extra time with a little bit of Chow.
Plus, I think everyone would rage if we didn't do a little bit of Chow Garden.
Well, Iki would at the very least. I would have been perfectly fine skipping all this altogether, but, you know.
But you know what? I might rage just a little bit more often because he effectively committed Yeetus Deletus on that first Chow.
Again, he was a defect!
We will never forget defects.
No, he
We will
wasn't.
never
You are.
forget them.
We
I'm no
barely knew
defect! You're a defect!
You're
He's not a
literally
mustard.
named Eggman! How is that not a defect?
we shall
He's
play
not a-
triumphant.
Come
over
on,
for
Sage!
the
You're
MD.
my number one!
Yes, Logan.
He's actually doing pretty okay. No, I was just saying I was agreeing with MB of like we shall play a triumphant trumpet for him later.
Yes. I already have
Keep in
art
mind
plans.
that most of these Chow are running rather than crawling because they have been raised to a certain degree where they've learned to, you know, not only crawl but they can now run
Oh,
or
did
walk.
you still get first?
But still, we beat them.
Yeah, you made it first.
Yeah.
And I barely even fed him.
Happy for Sage.
Yeah, he's barely fresh from the egg. He probably,
Yeah,
you know, he probably has the umbilical cord still left on.
Yahoo!
Okay, that we didn't need to know about.
Also, it was an egg. I'm confusion.
Well, it hatched from an egg.
That's fair.
Icky cuts to Eggman with a fishing pole connected to said cord to like
Oh.
pull him faster towards the edge. And fine, let's show him getting the stuff and beat out of him.
Oh god.
Chow
I'll be
Karate.
fair, considering this, believe it or not, this right here is actually a Sonic Adventure 2 battle exclusive thing they included in Chow Garden. Chow Karate.
Karate.
Basically, you want to commit cockfighting with babies?
No.
It's kind of funny because I actually entered the karate club in high school.
Oh,
I
really?
entered karate club when I was in 4th grade, and that's how I broke my foot.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry to hear, man.
I think I ended off at either green or purple belt. I don't remember exactly.
Oof! Oh no.
I'm already not liking not no names chances.
Yeah, especially with that little damage.
Where do you go
done.
to name the Chow exactly?
The Chow Kindergarten, which since we're playing in the story mode, we do not have access to.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question? Oh. Wakey wakey!
Wakey wakey, eggs and bakey!
Come on. Come on, you can do it. You
Take
can do
advantage. Take advantage.
Commit treason.
Don't just stand there, do something!
it. Excitement!
Do- He fought dirty. That's my little sage.
Just okay. This day. Okay, and which I was like, okay, guys, come on. I have like a tea party in like a week. So
You have
gotta,
36
Oh, he
seconds
dodged.
left,
keep
babies.
kicking him.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Kick him
Oh,
in the dishpan. Woo woo woo.
He kicked her right in the shins.
Ow.
this is just kind of sad.
It really is. Again, we're literally cockfighting with water babies.
I mean, when you... Again, the Chow Garden system is stupidly complex for the time. So, later rounds, you have these little fellas, like, literally, like...
Come on, you can do it. Oh, wait, will he win by... Will she be able to win? Oh,
No!
Oh.
damn it.
Less health.
Oh, wow.
Cry about it.
It was that last hit that did her in.
It's okay, Sage.
Oh, well, you did... You know what? At least you tried it. That's the most important thing.
Unfortunately, you lost, so I'm going to delete you. No!
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 No! Stop it! Stop it! James, man, no! No!
I expect nothing but perfection from my Chow.
You're a monster! Fuck off!
Thank you for noticing.
No!
God.
No!
Hit the button.
No. James, no!
No, mighty mo. Catch a sailor by the toe. If he hollers...
Oh, you know it's
no.
going to be yes! Just say no!
He bit my toe.
Yep, there we.
I didn't
keep
think
the
they had
chow.
teeth yet.
Oh,
I will chop off your toes, Eggman, if you even dare do that again!
I have never heard Icky so genuinely
Well,
upset.
you're on your own now, Sage.
Now to the important part of the videos.
Yeah, seriously.
Now back to your featured presentation.
Fuck the Chow Garden.
Now for the part that a regular person would care about.
My lord. Okay, so moving on, we battled our way all the way through this government facility, then flexed on them by playing with some chow while their alarms went off the hook to reach the very basement.
Cry some more!
Which, by the way, depending on the story, Eggman actually really likes Chow.
It's a lot smaller than I expected.
I mean, I expect him to use them for slave labor if it weren't for Chaos.
I mean, doesn't he have a garden in the egg carrier?
Password is
He does.
Maria.
Why does that name sound familiar?
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be in, like, Japanese linguistics.
Now you may be wondering where I got that Chaos Emerald. Well, goodbye!
Me too!
Anyway,
Also, I don't know why exactly Eggman did this. What he could do, he was just perfectly fine perched up on that desk.
Wise from the wave.
He got impatient. He just wanted to see it.
From here, though? Like, you got raised all the way up to the top. Anyway, meet everyone's favorite second hedgehog, Shadow.
Is that shadow on the... that... Oh, it's supposed to be, like, lighting from below.
You're not Sonic.
Yeah.
This is impossible.
I was about to say for shits and giggles when Jim said that. I was like, no, still for me, Sonic.
You were so kind to release me, my master.
Yeah, I'm about to say Metal Sonic a lot furrier.
I know, right?
2 chips in a Coke counts for 1 wish, right?
The true power.
No, that counts for 2. Darn it!
Oh, it counts for 3. 3 individual commands in 1.
Oh, 2 chips and a Coke. Ah, I get it.
Man, you're the worst genie ever.
Heavy armed combat walkers. So I'm convinced that this first level was originally built... Well, actually, not.
Again, Shadow, much like Tails and Rouge before him, is pretty much a add-on to the game. Whereas, Sonic, Knuckles, and Eggman were like the originators of the original characters they were going to include in the game.
Well, Shadow was meant to be the main villain for this game at one point, right?
I think so.
Hence why he wasn't going to be playable originally.
Right. So unlike Bigfoot, Hotshot has his own little secret weapon in the guise of that their spherical beam. Otherwise, he more or less plays the same as Bigfoot does.
Except he doesn't lower it down for Shadow to boop him.
Actually, he does.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, wow.
Also, if you're not careful when he does that, he shoots out rockets.
Sorry, like, when I said, like, he doesn't lower down, I just mean, like, yeah, because of that attack, he doesn't lower down as frequently as the Bigfoot. There you go.
Also, interesting little difference between Shadow and Sonic. This dude's got Heelys.
Yep, because he can't run fast naturally like Sonic can.
That guard robot was spectacular.
He's got really bad balancing issues.
So, Shadow,
Except when he's on
you are
rollerblades.
the military's top secret weapon. But what did you mean when you said you will grant me a wish?
He's a genie?
I'm a genie. I'm crazy.
Lol, I was joking.
I'll be waiting for you in the central
I said that
control
only to
room
butter you up.
on the space colony Ark.
You ain't never had a friend like me, and you never will.
Ah! Well, joke's on you, I have no friends! Wait, where are you going? I'm not finished talking to you!
Get back here, you swine!
Meanwhile,
Alright, we've seen this cutscene already.
Meanwhile, a random bat thief named Rouge the Bat decides to go and knock on Knuckles' door and try to swipe his emerald.
Knock, knock, it's not Knuckles.
If you know what I mean.
The Master Emerald contains special powers.
also, I love how, like, even though canonically he shouldn't have this gear yet, it still appears in this cutscene.
What the?
Yeah, that's kind of a weird little oversight there.
So, why is the Master Emerald in Egypt?
So from what I read up, apparently, like, Knuckles and Rouge were going on this, like, basically Knuckles was chasing Rouge all across the world, trying to get his emerald back, and then they pretty much reached a standstill right around where Egypt's at.
Right.
So...
And then it came Eggman trying to snipe it from under their noses, but Knuckles like, bitch!
What?
So, say after the ending of Sonic Adventure 1, Knuckles returns to Master Emerald to see this random bat boob girl just standing there with the emerald in her grasp.
Probably. I mean, that's just one of those things where Sega just likes to allow the players to leave it up to their imaginations.
Yeah.
Except, you know, when you blow up the moon, you can't necessarily leave that up to the imagination now, can you?
We haven't even got to that part in the story, Iki. We
did in the hero universe.
Yeah, but it's also like you're thinking a few scripts ahead there, buddy.
No, we already saw that.
So yeah, anyway,
Yeah,
Rouge.
but we're not even. But yeah, no, we're not even at that part of the story yet. But yes, Rouge the Bat controls exactly like Knuckles does. I mean, that can pretty much apply to pretty much every character in Darkside story. They play exactly the same as their heroic counterparts.
Yes. Although, in
However,
terms of
it's
differences,
arguable...
where...
Yes. Oh, sorry, you go first.
All I was just gonna say, like, in terms of differences, whereas Knuckles specializes in, like, punches and, like, just combat with his upper body, Rouge specializes in kicks.
Yep, she's a high flyer and who's got the kicks that'll make Chun-Li, well, give her some decent competition.
It'd make her go...
Yeah, pretty much. Now then, I do believe there's a sea turtle there that needs our help.
I'd argue and say that Rouge's stages are basically the second cousins of Knuckles' stages.
Yep, like, for example, like Knuckles' first level, while Kaini was pretty much was literally dry as a bone. Meanwhile, Rouge gets to go in a literal oasis.
Dry lagoon. Ironic how there's not really much dry stuff going on here.
Right?
Though I will admit,
They had to play me this dirty. One of the emerald pieces is literally under there.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
hate when that happens. But yeah, while I don't like Rouge's stages as much as Knuckles', I do like the music a bit more. Only because it's really nice. It's pretty jazzy. And it's not as cring rap.
I mean, you can say no to some sweet jazz.
Yeah. I guess, like, from what you're observing so far, what are your thoughts on treasure huntings, MB? From what you're seeing so far, what do you think of, like, this particular, like, gameplay style of, like, you know, they're just going around finding pieces of the Master Emerald as opposed to just typical Sonic speeding platforming?
Fine so far.
It was on the outside of the cage.
Yeah. They tricked me.
Oh, well.
I mean, I don't mind finding, like, items around different places. It's fine.
Alrighty. What are your thoughts on these particular characters on the dark side? Like, do you have any particular opinions on Shadow and Rouge's characters?
I mean, they're... This is gonna sound like I'm just... I realized I was about to say something, it's like, that sounds like not a lot of thought was put into it. They're fine.
They're fine.
They're characters I had to, like, come to love later. Because when I grew, like, I was kind of just like, oh, I love protagonists, I love heroes, bad guys, don't like them. And then I'm like, well, okay, that's kind of dumb. At least...
And then Wreck-It Ralph came along and said, hey, I could be a bad guy, but I'm not a bad guy.
Exactly. So, but that was just like, in the beginning, I wasn't as keen on them, but they're fine now.
You may be a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy.
Yes.
Except Eggman is.
That's fair.
Proud of it, baby!
No, he wasn't, Icky. Eggman was there in the villains, like, freaking, like, AA meeting.
He was.
I'm talking about the Jim Carrey Eggman, not that Eggman, the one that didn't even say a word.
He said something. I genuinely heard his voice saying, "Hi, Zangief."
I didn't hear it at all.
Well, it might have been someone filling in, because Mike Paul confirmed he actually wasn't contacted to voice Eggman for that movie.
Huh. That's
Maybe it's
kinda
because
dumb.
they just didn't really have much in lieu of dialogue for Eggman, or any of the other cameo-esque characters.
Like, the only times he ever talked in the movie was, like, when he was in a crowd.
Right.
True.
So it's arguable that that wasn't even him speaking. It was
No,
just like an
wait!
ensemble.
I need you this time!
Oh, oh no.
What?
Oh, looks like we gotta wait for the 8:15 bus.
What if we take the geyser down below?
The geyser? Oh no, that's a sinkhole.
It pushes us up.
Oh, wow.
Which makes me wonder what the point of that hole even is.
The fuck we go?
Okay.
I mean, yeah, or just sells the aesthetic.
What aesthetic?
Could be that too.
So,
I mean, Pumpkin kind of does that too, until you do fall down.
oh yeah. How you doing, Doug? By the way, what do you think about, like, between Knuckles or Rouge? Who do you prefer?
I mean, I like them both equally, minus Mad Space.
Fair.
Oh boy.
That fucking stage can kiss my ass.
What stage?
Mad Space.
Much later in the game.
Oh yeah,
Right.
we'll get there.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get there, and I mean, maybe I'll be lucky, and I mean, especially now that I have a more improved Emerald radar.
Right.
But even then, it's going to be like, I'm going to be circling all around that place just to find it.
Like me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, that's actually...
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, no, you go first.
I was gonna say, were Rouge's ears made of jelly there? That was strange.
Oh, yeah, she has...
Oh, they're flip-flapping.
That's kind of one of the more infamous things about Rouge in this game. She has jiggle physics, and for some reason that also applies to her ears.
Interesting.
I mean, beds have big ears.
That's true.
I don't like this stage.
Yeah, not the best second impression for Eggman as far as his stages are concerned.
Honestly, yeah.
Only because it's really dang easy to fall into the quicksand and then just die.
Well, that's...
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing we're going to be getting a power-up to help sort of nullify that issue.
This stage or a later one?
Not in this level, though.
Well, I could have sworn it was in this stage.
No.
Nope, that's not until the next level Eggman goes to.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, oddly enough, Eggman kind of gets the short end of the stick when it comes to the mech levels. In terms of, like, quality level design.
You say that, I think he has it better than Tails.
At least for one level that I could think of.
Well, I feel like the reason Eggman has it better, like, design-wise, is because, like we mentioned before, he was technically planned in advance, whereas Tails was just kind of brought in at the last second.
Right?
I wonder if at one point they decided to split the amount of levels between Eggman and Tails.
I mean, you can pretty much apply that to all the characters in the game, considering that, again, there's 16 levels in Hero Side Story, and there's 14 levels in Dark Side Story. And I mean, a good handful of the stuff that the Dark Side Story characters go through could very much apply to the heroes as well.
You know what?
But for all we know, maybe Sonic was supposed to go to Radical Highway at some point or another.
Maybe. But you know what? I will say this about Sand Ocean. Or, wait, it's Sand Ocean, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Sand Ocean.
I will say this, I do at least like the aesthetic. Like, seeing all these like, all those oil refinery stacks in the distance spewing, like, little bits of fire every now and then. That's kind of cool to see.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Just like the silhouette in, oh boy, there we go.
Well, I tried.
But yeah, like, seeing their silhouette standing across, like, the nighttime sky and the moon, like, right there, along with the pyramid, is pretty inspired.
It's
I
beautiful.
just love,
When
like...
they said... And Eggman said that those fools would never find his secret base.
It's a good thing I surrounded my secret base with all of this sand.
You know, every time I see that animation, I just imagine in my head, "Oh, what a bad luck for the seatbelt to get jammed."
Just my day.
Ugh. It's just one of those days.
So I do have a question for when it comes to, like, the greater Sonic canon, as it were.
Let's hear it.
Outside of SA2 and whatever, does Rouge have any, like, pertinent backstory to speak of?
Not really.
The only thing we know about her for certain is that, well, yeah, she's pretty much the modern day Fang the Sniper.
Pretty much.
And I do know...
Which makes me wonder why they're bringing back Fang the Sniper for Sonic Superstars.
Well, because that...
Yeah, they're giving they're giving him a name change, technically speaking. Now he's called Fang the Hunter.
I always thought it was
Hunter.
Fang the Sniper.
And also, to be fair, like, Fang is technically, like, a classic-era character, so I feel like bringing him back would make more sense than making, like, a classic-era Rouge.
Yeah.
But it'd be kind of cute. I guess.
I mean, it would be cute enough, but it's also, like, it's pretty obvious that, Sega and Sonic Team have the whole, like, standard as for, like, what characters belong in which era. Which probably explains why we haven't seen an awful lot of, we haven't really seen them actually bring the Chaotix back in anything classic-related yet, if at all.
Which makes me sad.
I was about to say, that is odd,
I mean, they
because,
brought
like...
back Espio and Vector, at least. And Charmy for, Forces. But Forces was forced, so...
Well, I mean, to be fair, Iki, my point is that you never see the Chaotix in anything, like, classic-related in the current day.
Oh, right.
Even though they were technically part of the classic era.
Correct.
I guess it's because Naoto Oshima doesn't like the shape of tires, and he looks at Vector in the classic style and is like, EW!
I mean, it is interesting when you think about it, like, out of all the characters, like, aside from maybe Eggman, like, Vector, I would argue, has, like, the most drastic redesign between classic and modern.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because, like, he was so much skinnier back then.
Was he though? He was so much like taller and skinnier. Now he's literally built like a truck.
I mean, I guess in terms of like muscle gain or distribution, then you got a point. But you know, aside from that, I think they look pretty similar.
I mean, they're similar enough, but it's also like again, when you're comparing the two eras, it's like he obviously got the biggest change up.
Dost thou have any...
Like, Sonic still looks relatively on point, Tails and Knuckles too. I guess when you think about it, Amy probably would be a more extreme example.
Yeah, that's true.
Was Charmy in Chaotix? Knuckles Chaotix?
Yeah, Charmy was in the Chaotix. He was, like, super small in that game.
Why was there an oversized B to begin with?
He was, not to mention, he was also a Sweet 16. Ugh.
He was 16 years old?
Yeah.
What?
And then they retcon that's to make him 6.
That's...
Continuity, am I right?
I don't understand this company.
Yeah, because, like, basically, like, when they reappear... Heroes is kind of meant to be, like, a sort of reboot for the Chaotix in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just what's going on.
They pretty much like to pretend that the original Chaotix game never happened, even though, I mean, I still consider it a guilty pleasure.
I mean, it happened. You don't just forget something that happened. Unless you're actively trying to ignore it.
We interrupt this broadcast for an important news flash.
Newsflash.
That feels good.
They broke into the Capitol!
The only thing that was stolen
My God!
Emerald. According to eyewitnesses at
That's
scene,
the genie I met!
identified as the world-renowned hero
He doesn't look very
Sonic the
genie-ish.
Hedgehog.
Oh, fucking morons. Yeah, I can tell the difference between a blue hedgehog and a black.
Into that one instance.
It really is. It's pretty fucking stupid of these people to just not understand the difference between black and blue.
I mean, for all we
God.
know, maybe they still consider him Sonic because, for all we know, it might be an edgy disguise.
What's this?
Probably.
Woo woo. So are we in the train tunnel?
No, we're in space.
Who's that?
Host?
The little girl in my dreams.
My dream girl.
No.
No.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's awful. She's only 12 years old.
I'm sorry.
Plus, they're practically siblings.
Well, then again, at that time, how old was Shadow?
You were literally born yesterday.
Okay.
It's a creation. He doesn't have an
I
age.
lie, of course. Essentially. It's complicated.
I promise you. Revenge.
Dumbass.
You know, I wonder if Shadow was more, less brooding before that incident happened.
Maybe.
I imagine.
I mean, from what I can gather, I think he, back then he wasn't quite as big of a brooder as he was.
Right, like,
I mean, as
imagine...
far as I'm aware, he and Maria were best friends.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he had to be nice in some capacity, or I suppose.
Yeah.
I think at the very most, from what I can gather from, SA2's cutscenes, he was a little more soft-spoken than he was outright, deep, dark, and brooding.
Yeah.
So more thoughtful and conscious.
Right. Anyway, Shadow the Hedgehog in Radical Highway. Literally one of 4 stages he gets throughout the entire game.
Yep.
4 stages.
Wow.
Well, then again, he wasn't intended to be a playable character in the first build, so okay.
Yeah, this is all he had. This is all they had time to give him.
Which again, I wonder if this was one of those stages that was originally meant for Sonic rather than Shadow.
Most likely.
That's what I'm guessing.
Because how many stages does Sonic get in comparison?
5, I think.
Yeah, so they could have split it down the middle.
I'll look it up.
He gets City Escape, he gets Metal Harbor, Green Forest, Pyramid Cave. No, he gets 6. He gets 6.
Yeah, they could have just split it down.
Right, because he also has Final Rush and...
In Crazy Gadget.
Are you doing good, Andy?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm just drawing
What you drawing?
stuff related to the video. I promise it's
Okie dokie.
fun.
Uh-oh.
Whoops!
Oh,
Thank you, convenient air currents.
it's a good thing I can
I
fly.
believe I can fly.
That's the ultimate life
Hey, good thing that didn't squish me.
That's
Ugh.
It's a good thing I can phase through dimensions.
Oh, hello. Suddenly a fucking fighter jet.
Oh,
Hi,
okay then.
hi. It's a good thing it was unmanned.
goodness.
Sonic Team?
Also, I'm just trying to remember. Unless we passed it, did we pass the big Knights thing?
Not yet.
Not just yet.
That's near the end of level.
As a matter of fact, I think it's right around here. Okay, never mind. It's a little further on.
It's further on.
No, you're near it. Because that big bridge we passed is like the major set piece in the middle of the stage. So
There it
there
is.
it is. Yeah.
Ooh.
Back when Knights was a recognized character of Sega.
I think one of my favorite parts about this game, now that I'm thinking about it, and I don't know if anyone realizes as well, since Shadow, Rouge, and Tails were last minute, it's funny how those three have 4 stages each.
All 4 of them have 4 stages? Well, all 3 of them have
Yes.
4 stages.
I just find
Huh.
it fucking hilarious.
And how many stages does the Hero Side story have in comparison?
16, yeah.
So that's 6 Sonic levels, 4 Shadow levels.
5 for Eggman and Knuckles.
Let's see. Oh, they're equal?
Yeah, Eggman and Knuckles are equal.
Technically, Tails gets 5 stages, but one of them's a kart racer.
I'm not counting those.
True.
Fair.
And Rouge gets a kart racer level.
That's
And
why I'm
you
not
get a
counting
kart
them.
racer level, and you get a kart.
You're fine.
In fact, everybody in Sega gets kart racers.
I'm the coolest.
I think they just wanted to get. I think they just wanted to get the most out of that kart racing silly thing back from freaking Twinkle Park in SA1.
I can believe it.
That's what I'm guessing too.
Thank you for chiming in, Logan. I was about to check up on you.
I've been here just watching you two do your wacky stuffs.
Wacky
Wacky wave
shenanigans.
inflatable arm flailing tube man. What?
Chaos control.
You know, you're a little something I like to call prejudiced.
Hell.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look it up, you dingbat.
Now watch as I achieve a pro game.
Dingbat was very offensive back in the 50s.
Hold up. I'm pretty sure Dingbat wasn't even a turn back in the 50s, you faker.
How would you know? You weren't there.
You were non-existent.
And you mean to tell me that you were?
Yes, actually.
Haha, you're old.
And then the cops came and arrested him. The end.
Egg quarters. What are we doing in the quarters?
No, I prefer cutting my eggs in half, actually.
Who's she talking to?
Good question. More on that later.
We're near a key.
So she's not working for Eggman.
Yeah, she's literally here like out of her own volition.
Breaking into his base. Also, this level has an annoying as hell gimmick and ghosts.
Haha, good ghosts.
Go. So yeah, you might notice that there's like a nuclear reactor about to go off in this room. There is a Scarab Beetle security robot patrolling these halls.
Oh.
And if it spots you, it will zap you good. So, yeah.
Ah.
Proceed with caution.
Sneaky.
Oh, there it is.
What?
Being in the shadows helps you out.
Oh, right up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, there are also ghosts,
Oop.
and E1 and 2 gammas.
Hello again. Bye again.
Gonna have to be- Oh, whoa!
Oh my.
Oh,
Hello and
Oh,
goodbye.
Oh wait, I can't dig through this. Shit!
Oh no! But there is a way to obtain the.
Oh, that was-
right, it zaps you with drones that just pop in.
I think I lost him.
Excellent.
Hello, are you there?
I think you lost that chance.
Where did you go?
Mr. Egg Beetle, sir.
I've heard of the windfish, but I've never heard of an eggfish. It's a stupid name.
Picknails.
It looks like an egg and it tastes like an egg.
But it's also a
That's
fish.
disgusting. Did you know that fish lay eggs?
That's
Me
crazy.
neither.
In fact, they lay so many eggs they don't know what to do with them.
So we of the rich.
I think you can go back to that square now, James.
Huh?
That square where you were saying, oh, I can't dig through there yet. I think you can go back to it now.
I see there's a peep on top of that thing.
I can, but I'm noticing I'm pretty close to a key right now, so I'm trying to see what the hell it is.
It might be in that panel?
Right, that's what I was
Or
saying.
is that for the hard mode of the stage?
Oh, okay, maybe it was for that.
There we go. One left.
So yeah, you were on the money. That was the one I was technically still trying to find. But hey, look at this way. This one's relatively close by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that Logan has been awfully quiet.
You doing okay?
What do you mean I've been awfully quiet? I haven't had a chance to.
What's wrong with me being quiet?
You've been busy. I just wanted to. Yeah, Doug's doing that
Oh,
thing.
there it is.
I've mainly been chilling out and just listening to you guys go. You have a lot more experience with this game than I do, Icky.
And that Scarabeetle's just standing there.
Look, Logan is...
Menacingly?
You know, while we're on the subject, Logan, why don't you tell us your experience with Sonic Adventure 2?
How was that? Perfect? Like
Again,
me?
the whole thing started with the fact that I never owned a GameCube. I didn't realize the Wii could do a GameCube until literally and I genuinely did not know until like sophomore high school, which is probably like 2 to 3 years after the Wii had come out. And then it all started with being in my English teacher's classroom, and he had like he was being kind of fun about it. He would have like some images of like video game characters he liked like up on the bulletin board, like around like all of our assignments and stuff. One of which being Wind Waker Link, and being like, you know what, I've always wanted to see Wind Waker, but I never had the chance to play it. Watch the let's play of it. That was actually what first. That was actually at the time what first made me think, you know what? If I don't own a game, why don't I just look up a Let's Play of it? That's how I learned about Nintendo Capri Sun. Long frickin' story, all that led up to how I'm now in front of you gabbing off right now. But
And that's how I met your mother.
yes, but
What?
so mainly my friend owned SA2 Battle on his GameCube, and I would play it there. And I had some exposure to Sonic before this through playing SA1 on my friend's Dreamcast, because I did not own a Dreamcast growing up.
I mean, who did, really?
But more or less, I never at the time I never really played the campaign. I more so stuck to doing the multiplayer, the battle part of SA2 Battle.
I mean,
And,
that's what put the
cute.
battle in SA2.
Oh, and we drew a little Sage sketch of James's non-defect.
It's
That's so cute.
adorable.
Let's look at
I told you I was
Oh,
sketching.
I will now tell James to put it up now for a brief moment. Look at it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Look at it! Look at it! It's pretty, isn't it?
Now that James knows how that feels from the other side, I will say that otherwise, I had a decent time with SA2. But again, my main story with Sonic did not begin until like Heroes onwards.
Same.
Go
There
ahead,
we
Hype.
go.
Well, nothing. I was
Jet
just...
engine.
Well, first off, I was just in agreement about the Sage drawing. I want people to recognize how adorable MP's drawings are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And second off, oh, what was that? Oh, I thought you were saying something.
Me?
Anyway, actually, I forgot what I was gonna say before that. I guess it's I know it's a very roundabout way of saying it, but I guess the thing I'm really just trying to say at the end of the day is I hate sauerkraut.
That's all we're really just trying to say here.
I'm starting to have a case of deja vu.
How
I've
so?
been
With the fact that
this
it's this
place
freaking
before.
space stage again, and we're wandering around.
No, not with Lost Colony. In fact, I think this is actually one of the cooler stages in the game because it's all dark.
Yeah, because everything was shut down.
Yeah, I mean, if we were playing the freaking Dreamcast originally, you could argue it's almost too dark.
Oh yeah.
Why was the flashlight on Eggman's mech a later edition?
I guess so. I mean, look, it's not even lit up right now.
It's only a texture.
It's only cheap polygons.
It's a sticker.
A glow-in-the-dark sticker.
Ooh.
Practically.
Is it scented?
Anyone here ever own one of those figures or whatever that glow in the dark?
Yes, actually.
Define which figures.
I think I used to have.
I mean, I could set it like the Boo Amiibo, for example. That glows in the dark.
I never had the Blue Amiibo.
It's kind of funny that you mention that now, because I actually have a Polterpup keychain thanks to the...
I'll say there, Bick.
Yeah, hey, Big. Thanks to the Luigi's Mansion free pre-order.
Oh, look at him there.
What's he doing in here?
I'm fishing for Froggy in the dark.
In space?
By the way, you got a light?
Actually, I'll let you continue, but I guess that's another cute thing I think MB would like. Hidden throughout the entirety of SA2, like, it happens in cutscenes if you, like, press A at certain moments, but also in levels. Big is, like, hiding around in several parts of this game.
I love that. I'm here for that.
Ooh.
As for how or why he's around here, I don't know.
It's as simple as they just didn't know where to fit him in the story.
He's just sitting there.
Just let him fish.
Oh, is the story? I just brought my bag lunch and decided to sit here.
Just let
There
him
we go.
cook.
Let him fish.
The directors didn't complain about me being here, so I thought it was okay.
I made my own entrance.
Wait a minute, cooking? I'm not cooking. I offered them to buy my sandwich, but they stood far away.
I offered them a sip of my Grimace shake, but then they
No!
just decided to turn the other way and left. Not sure why.
That's going to date us.
Well, no, that's the thing.
I gave Froggy a sip, and he hasn't moved in 2 days. He must be taking a deep nap.
MB, that's very cute of you to assume we ever let that stop us.
You know, that's fair.
It's like actually sparing Melisonic from the fucking shake.
So you may be wondering what this mechanical bongo look-alike is supposed to be.
That's a good question.
Many people know that the Ark contained a top secret research facility where weapons of mass destruction were being created. This is one of them. A weapon
This
capable
is
of
the
destroying
internet in its purest form.
codenamed
Jesus.
the Eclipse Cannon.
The Eclipse, huh?
Do with it as you please.
Was this my grandfather's legacy?
Yes.
It's been
Why would he make
for some
this?
time.
There is literally nobody on Earth who would pay you to blow up Earth.
Listen, Logan, the dark truth about modern day science is that a lot of it is funded through making very, very unethical, like, machinery and weaponry.
Yeah. You know how
It's
much.
the good stuff that just happens to be incidental.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you know how much governments salivate over the idea of being able to hurt other governments.
Yeah. Or just hold him ransom.
Or, you know, being cock of the walk and standing on top.
You know, we used to like it when there was a war economy.
What, is Eggman suddenly from Texas?
No, he's talking. No, he's trying to be Sundowner. Back in the good old days of we can't say that right now.
Nice close up.
Sun Hooner?
Exactly. By the way, remember when Sonic Adventure 2 came out in the magical year of 2001?
Yes.
Oh my god. What a magical year, in which nothing of note happened.
So much had changed. That Lilo and Stitch. So much had to be done.
Eavesdropper.
I've got a great idea.
Hello, Rouge.
How about making
Literally in her natural habitat, floating above the ceiling, which, you know, I do love that Prunk calls attention to that.
Floating above the ceiling?
Well,
floating on the ceiling.
yeah, she's supposed to be like hanging down
Standing
from it like a bat.
Oh. Well, I mean, she is a bat, assumedly.
She's a bat? I had no idea.
I have an idea where the other
I thought she was just a lady in a costume.
may not look like it, but
I thought she was a weird fucking chihuahua.
No, that's Chip.
Could you imagine Rouge for Chihuahua?
That would be fucking hilarious.
I thought he was a Chihuahua. Rouge is a girl?
You know, that
Who opened the
reminds me.
window?
That reminds me, Logan, you saying that, I don't know if anyone knows of them, but Shadow759, he did a video right around the time they had, like, the big voice actor change, where, like, it was a video, like, criticizing Kirk Thornton's actor at the time, and how, like, he made this whole thing about, like, and now I will be able to finally make fans' dreams come true and be in a relationship with Rouge the Bat. Wait, Sega supports gay couples now? Rouge is a woman. Really? Oh, thank God.
I think I've seen that.
Oh my god.
I will go in first and distract the military troops, allowing you to sneak in the base without...
So hypothetically, the story of the Darkseid story starts before the hero side?
Where he will set the time.
Technically does, yes.
Oh, it's the Eggman Bomb.
Like you noticed earlier, like on the after the 4th level, that's when we got the cutscene that would happen after Sonic defeats his first boss.
That's true.
Just after his first level.
A worthy treasure hunter is yourself, isn't it, Doc?
Just yeah, no, a lot happens in the story.
Only have
She didn't even fully close her eye.
and we only get one try, so don't fail me.
Her eyelids can only really close down so far, I guess.
You know, it's weird to think that this is all... It's weird to think that this is all, motion capture.
Well, most of it's
Also,
motion
what was the
capture.
combo change to the level?
I just saw that in the chat.
Jesus Christ, MB.
Oh, hang on, what'd she do?
Oh no!
Oh,
Am I
look
not
at
allowed? Am I not allowed to draw?
That was literally like 40 minutes ago. You gotta let these things go, MB.
Never!
Listen, I'm trying to balance making fun art while also chatting with you all, okay? I'm sorry I'm slow.
It's okay, look.
Don't worry, we all are.
Anyways, justice for
okay.
defect.
Oh, hello.
Ooh!
Well, what do you know?
Large
But
cannon.
yeah, it's okay, MB. You can draw as much as you want, but if you ever want us to like give you room to talk, you can ask.
Okay.
Am I mistaken, or is Eggman's blaster quicker to get in this game compared to Tails?
It technically is, because I think we're only at the barely at, like, we're about to reach the halfway point of the Dark Side story.
Really?
We're about to, yeah.
Huh.
Also, after this level, Eggman's gonna take a back seat for a good
Oh, yeah.
next third of the story. So, once
Save
you're
for
done here,
save for one boss.
yeah, but that's like immediately after this. After that, he's literally gonna go back to the Ark and prepare some hot cocoa.
Well, no, he has another
And
boss.
beat the crap out of Tails.
That's right. I keep forgetting. Technically, he fights that boss too alongside Sonic.
And canonically, he fights it right after Sonic.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
makes me
more on
wonder.
that later. Anyway, for score junkies out there, this is pretty much, the best level in the entire game.
Yep.
Combo games, the level.
One of the two best ones to do.
Look at those numbers rise, you.
Look at those numbers. Aren't they neat? Would you think they befeat my feet?
I'm going to become a billionaire.
Also, sorry, this was a little bit ago, but that pull cord that he used to, like, go up to this part of the level, was he holding that by himself? How can he
Why, yes, he was.
How can he support the weight of the whole mech? I'm confused.
Well, as I theorized in the Hero Side story, their mechs are actually really elaborate cardboard cosplays.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Really?
I see.
That's how it works.
If not that,
Nice.
If not that, I was just gonna be jokingly being all like, "I'm just built different."
No.
I mean, we're talking about a fucking person that can run through City Escape, man.
True.
Yes.
If you mod the game, he can. Yes.
It's still funny, though.
If you really want.
Anyway,
Yeah.
What's up, Logan?
When we are going through this whole level, and eventually Eggman does have to face off with Tails, does this game end up having some? Does it commit the sin of having conflicting stories where you're expected to beat every level when you're on that campaign? So we'll have two instances where Tails beats Eggman, but then Eggman beats Tails. Does that ever happen, or do the two paths? Do the hero and dark paths ever share two levels that thus would have two different outcomes?
I sincerely don't remember.
Really? Like, let's just put it to you this way: the game treats its story in such a way where it doesn't really matter like who ends up winning the battle or not. Usually, there's something that happens immediately afterwards that lets the story progress as normal.
Yeah,
I
like for
see,
example,
so it's
like
never like a gotcha.
Like with the battle against Sonic and Shadow and Green Forest. That's like. That ended off in a stalemate because Eggman literally yelled in Shadow's receiver, being all like, "The island's about to blow up with you on it!"
right. That, for some reason, what I was thinking is like
Thank you.
like for some reason the example I was thinking, yours is probably better, but what I was thinking is like in Sonic 06, where after the first Sonic versus Silver fight, like, no matter which side wins, they always orchestrate in a way where Silver's technically the winner. Like, even if Sonic wins the match, they'll add, like, a little bit beforehand where Silver just throws him against the wall.
I gotcha.
Right, or heck, the fight with Tails and Eggman here is what we're about to get into. It also doesn't matter who ends up winning the fight. Like, Eggman still shrugs it off as, like, as a obnoxious delay.
Right.
Which makes me wonder, why didn't they make it in such a way that if you lose was the character that canonically loses the fight, that it just progresses the story?
Because that'd be weird.
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's whatever happens still progress the story as normal.
I guess so.
Anyway, now that Eggman's pretty much done wrecking the place, like tearing the place a new asshole.
On with the show.
Oh, Sonic! I
Nope.
thought I'd never seen
Oh my god.
Hey, Amy.
Dumb bitch.
You too?
No.
To be fair, this was technically her first time doing it.
I'm the one who should be asking questions.
I love how, like, Shadow doesn't even have, like, a visible reaction. He's like maybe he's just been so touch-starved he didn't know how to register it.
And then he slides.
I sincerely don't know how to react properly in this occasion.
I also love, like, that shot, like, it's so funny where it's like, whenever Eggman actually uses his goggles like goggles, it really highlights just how bald he is.
Bald!
Oh, and yeah, no, like, with the goggles on this game, he looks like a full-on egghead.
Thank you and good night.
Good night, everybody!
At the very least, Eggman doesn't speak like an egghead. Like, imagine that for a moment.
How would that work, him speaking like an egghead?
Actually... You never saw the movie Eggheads?
Oh look, it's a giant talking egg. I'm Doc.
No!
Whatever you say, Eggman.
I'm glad that I am not alone.
I've known Sonic Schwartz for a good amount of years.
Just punches him in the face
No.
for good measure.
No remorse.
Go to sleep, little child.
Oh boy.
Were you about to say something, Doug?
I was just saying, I've known Sonic Schwartz ever since.
So what are we doing in Bank of America?
Well, to get the emeralds.
We're stealing their Chaos Emeralds.
I thought we were in a tropical jungle environment.
15, 5 mission complete. No, 15. Dumb broad.
So, they're doing this in Geico time. Interesting.
Sure, why not? But yeah, no. I figured the idea was always that, you know, set the timer 15 minutes, spend a couple minutes getting the detonator, or not even, no, spend the minutes, get the emeralds, spend another 5 minutes to get the fuck out of there, and then, you know, spend the rest of the time just to watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense in that case.
Mm-hmm.
You know, prepare ahead of time before everything goes to hell.
Okay, I guess there was that. I just always thought, and I know other people saw it too, I just figured it was just an instance of, like, Rouge being so prideful, she'd be all like, oh no, give me more of a challenge, Eggman, I could do it faster than that.
My question is, how did Bank of America get 3 Chaos Emeralds and just stick them in cardboard boxes?
Well, I mean, to that I say, do you know what it's like inside a Bank of America?
Do you know what it's like to actually attain a Chaos Emerald?
Yes, actually.
Okay, well, you know, then how would any normal human outside of a Sonic game do that?
You don't.
Well, first you need 50 rings.
First of you... Then you hop into a big ol' ring at the end of your lifespan.
There's something oddly hilarious about how I just literally ended that robot's life just to grab his emerald.
Wow, that was lightning quick.
Yeah.
You really did.
Yeah, no, I lucked out big time, because those emeralds can usually be placed inside those safes, which, if they're in a safe that's currently locked, you're going to have to go up to the top floor and hit the switch in order to activate them.
Pain in the ass.
And then you have to dig through the locks of the saves.
Yep.
It's all sorts of obnoxious.
Not a terribly fun time, but thankfully I got a really good string of emerald locations.
I will say, I do like the... Oh, you again!
I love how this mech has literally no legs.
Yes.
Flying...
Legs are inferior. Fly only.
I can see that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's sad. A dog with no legs.
Like little brother.
I can make it on my own.
Yes, you can.
Oh dear. You all didn't see that, right?
We saw
I didn't
nothing.
see that. If not, if anything, it has nothing to say about you, James. It's something to say about those horny Sega developers.
Wait, what happened
What
again?
happened?
What?
Oh, you know, just look at Rouge. Or, never mind. I was going to say look at Rouge, but then the camera's like, wait, he's about to fire his lasers.
The game's like, what are you doing? This guy's trying to shoot you.
Look at it!
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's a matter of the mod, or maybe it's just something or something else that fucked up entirely, but Rouge's eyes were in the exact wrong places.
Oh, I was thinking of something
okay.
else.
Oh, so I'm guessing like that her eye textures ended up on her bosom.
No, they were still in her eye socket. It's like, remember that age-old Sonic Adventure glitch from the Dreamcast original, where Sonic's eyes literally acted like a slot machine?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I believe so.
It's like that.
Also, fair enough. Alright, that has nothing to say about the horny Sega developers. It has something to say about me, why I assumed what the error was. My apologies.
Only you, Logan.
Why is she acting as if she broke her leg?
She's gonna die in 10 minutes.
My guess is that maybe they literally shut the safe on her.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, like, it got caught in between the door?
Most likely.
Sure, why not?
Oof. Ow. Or maybe she got shot in the leg by another robot or security guard.
You know, I hope Gunn realizes that they're about to not only blow up the thief, but also 3 of the Chaos Emeralds that are inside.
Unless
Nah,
they'll survive the
Chaos Emeralds are
blast.
made of certain stuff.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, no, they don't even know that the whole place is about to blow up, so never mind!
Whoops.
Blows up!
Sorry you fell.
That
Anyways.
wasn't supposed to happen.
Cool, you drowned.
Yay, you died.
So now I don't have to worry about the explosion.
Blows up.
Maria, this is what you wanted, right?
No, not really.
I'll be sleeping with the fishes in no time, Maria.
That's a weird fish.
Maria wanted Tarzan's shadow?
Tarzan. Oh, right, I'm swinging. Never mind.
God, imagine one of the Shadow actors, whether it be David Humphrey or Kirk Thornton, literally doing the Tarzan yell as Shadow.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Couldn't it just be, ah.
God damn it.
Well, then it wouldn't be the whole Tarzan yell. It'd just be Shadow stretching.
No, it's just,
Or, you
it's
know.
just, ah.
There is one thing that came to mind, but that's literally a Discord soundboard thing, which isn't going to get caught in the audio, so never mind.
Oh, well.
Sorrow.
Oof. You jerk.
Can't believe you done this.
But you know, no. Now I stop and think about it. Shadow doing the Tarzan yell would literally just be that age-old TikTok snoring sound effect.
Oh, the one that I keep thinking sounds like a cow?
Yes.
Moo.
You know, I think I need to clear something up when I say that I don't appreciate Sonic Adventure 2 battle stages as much as I do Sonic Adventure 1 in a way, because White Jungle just might as well be Green Forest, but in the rain. Because there's a lot of shared level geometry between the two.
Well, it's because they're literally the same location as far as the story goes.
Yeah, but that doesn't justify making, you know, two of the same level.
I mean, again, this is probably all the time they had if they wanted to, you know, still keep to their guns of having, you know, 6 playable characters in 2 separate stories.
Alright, Shadow be styling in that pose. Okay.
Although, like, think of the Rabbit Tales fans who would have gotten on their asses if he was not playable for the next Sonic Adventure.
That's fair.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time Tails wasn't playable.
What do you think of...
Remember when we got kidnapped his very debut? I'll say they're big.
Hey, Big.
I'm stuck on the tree. Someone help me.
We need to put a beat on that big purple cat. I have my suspicions.
You know, now that I saw him, like, literally laying on the tree like that, that's literally him after he drank the Grimace Shake.
No!
Here I lay for the remainder of my days.
I don't
I
feel
don't
so
feel
good.
so good.
Froggy, where's my wallet?
I'm pretty sure Froggy is just a desecrated corpse at this time. He also had the shake.
I think Froggy would survive the shake. I think if we're gonna be honest, Froggy can survive a lot.
I mean, Froggy would survive the shake, but he would not survive, you know, living past his frog years.
That's fair.
Maybe he just comes up with another Froggy.
That'd be very sad when you think about it. Every time Froggy dies, he gets another one and calls him Froggy.
It's a legacy character, don't you know?
The Froggy Grimwalker theory.
I finally got to hear the original lines. I'm happy now.
Alright, the epic battle between Hedgehog and Hedgehog. The dynamic, show-stopping action.
Nice work, stupid.
Man, Sonic really isn't the brightest tool in the shed, is he?
Oh, Sonic, buddy.
Sonic!
Are you trying to do the same glitch you did with the Shadow fight in the previous session?
Take a guess.
Yes.
Buddy, pal, little blue pineapple, it's gonna be okay.
Listen, has your time in prison really dulled your senses that badly?
Oh,
Hey,
buddy.
come on.
I mean, it's only been like what, a day?
Less than a day?
I mean, you fared much better when you stayed in the cell for 6 months.
Try sleeping in frozen cryostasis for 50 years, asswipe. I'm kind of hoping he would just fall off the ledge.
Is he just trying to jump off?
Okay, this is getting embarrassing.
No, don't do that. No, that's not how you're supposed to fight.
There comes a point where I gotta intervene.
Yeah.
Put him out of this
There you go.
misery.
Not gonna lie, you just saying... I think it was you saying him going to the water, Icky. That just reminded me of me having a close match with the CPU, where both of us got into the fucking water, and I somehow won.
Hurry and get back here right now before the island blows up with you on it.
Blows up.
Whoa!
You've heard too much.
Again, that fucking face Sonic makes, it looks like he's too excited for it.
It's a good thing the bank was right next door to the jungle.
Well, he just teleported. He has gas control, which he's about to use right now.
Nah, he just ran over here.
Yeah, no, I think now he used the Chaos Control. I mean, yeah, no, there, he just, got there, quick enough.
Yay, explosion. I mean, oh no, people.
Shadows, dark creatures. Oh, Mark.
Can't wait to see you again in Shadow the Hedgehog, piss sweep.
Shadow, what do you think it's like?
Meanwhile, in flashback territory,
The professor said his life's work was dedicated to all of those who live down there. He once told that the reason for his existence was making people happy through the power of science.
Shadow.
Maria.
You don't seem
I
very
just don't know
happy.
anything anymore.
If only we're that simple,
I
Shadow.
often wonder why I
It was a very
created,
simple time back
what
then.
my purpose is for being
Everything
alive.
was rendered in deep blue tones. We had no need for
I
sepia
will
or
find
green.
the answers. Maybe.
And the only thing that was on TV at the time was Hanna-Barbera.
I wanna be where the people are.
In
Why
hindsight,
so melancholy?
it suddenly makes perfect sense why I am the way I am when I grew up with Hanna-Barbera Rouge.
That was
It
so
warps a child's mind,
unexpected. So unlike you, Shadow.
makes them even
Come and
contemplate
rescue me.
global
But you're
domination.
afraid to use the chaos control
It's
so
like,
you can
I
come
spent
in
so
handy.
many years perplexed about the mysteries
I
in
didn't come to
Scooby-Doo.
save you. I came back for the chaos.
To be fair, I mean, you say Scooby-Doo, I was thinking more so along the lines of, like, the early Hanna-Barbera shit, like Yogi Bear and Huckleberry Hound.
Oh, I was going in another direction of like,
We only have
Rouge, do you think
6
it's
of the
troubling that
7
Marvin the
chaos
Martian was my
emeralds,
role
you know?
model growing up?
It's more than an accident.
Who's Marvin the Martian?
So let's get the show.
He was only looking for a land to call home.
You know, I'm pretty sure the Bugs Bunny show was on the air back when Shadow was created.
Yeah, but that being said, I just imagine you mentioned him growing up with like Hanna-Barbera, and now I have like this dumb idea where it's like growing up like Huckleberry Hound was Shadow's least favorite Hanna-Barbera character, and when he first meets Sonic, he goes, "You're blue, just like."
Just like my flashbacks.
Huckleberry Hound! God damn it.
Heat.
Himst.
Jeez, now you're just giving me this freaking... Man, imagine if Huckleberry in the Jellystone show literally sent out his beacon of help through this thing.
Yeah,
Oh my! Now I want that. Now I want to have an edit where this fires across the screen. Not yet.
It blows up the Warner Brothers
Almost.
water tower.
Not
What the heck is that?
Flies across the room and then boom, and then where the half of the moon is left, hail.
Yep.
And someone's like, I guess we better help him.
Hey,
I blew up Malaysia.
Moon.
What I was doing is like it just from sound design, like the minute the laser fires off, it's like help.
oh, and an echo. That makes sense.
Why are you so
You know, you say all this
Well,
hocus
that
pocus.
wouldn't be impressive.
My main train of thought is it cuts to that scene from with Daffy Duck and Marvin the Martian standing on a little bit of meteor.
Oh, that's
And they're
right.
like, well, there's only room for one of us.
On the
So
plant,
off you go.
off you go.
Chaos emeralds.
Where in the world have you been?
And Eggman has achieved his goal.
Our threats fell on deaf ears.
Look at you, throwing a tantrum like a little kid.
I mean, what'd you expect? They're all literally panicking down there.
I mean, who would have thought that blow up half of one moon, and people suddenly lose their minds?
Here you go.
And yet they don't think you're the biggest, baddest threat in the universe. They have the gall to laugh at this, as if it's not going to matter the slightest.
Also, this is the goofiest way for someone to read a newspaper article. Like, I'm surprised he didn't just swipe the thing off of Rouge's hand and just read it himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
like...
was given a Chaos Emerald after... When?
After he
No
beat...
doubt.
Well, the mayor handed it to him after he beat up Eggman in Station Square. Nice little bit of continuity with Adventure 1, I'll say.
Soon enough.
Not necessarily?
No, I just mean the fact that, like, they actually remember that that happened from SA1.
This is Rouge reporting.
No, but that just raises further questions for me.
Confirm if Shadow
Like what?
is an ultimate life form or not.
Then,
I will
how the hell
continue my
do...
research on Project
When the hell
Shadow
does he
and
lose the
will
emeralds?
very
Like...
shortly.
Okay,
Just
so...
a reminder, don't
You know, back in the Supersonic story, Knuckles has 6 of the Chaos Emeralds. The 7th Chaos
Right.
Emerald is in the down Tails plane after the events on the Ea carrier. You know, the plane that Big the Cat took... oh my god.
Also, I don't...
Listen, you forget that whenever Sonic uses the Chaos Emeralds, they usually go flying in separate directions all over
Right.
Dragon
No,
Ball.
but
Right.
this was before he used it. This was before Supersonic was a thing.
To be fair, like, maybe that whole inauguration happened, like, after all that.
In what? The rubble?
Hey, Doug, what did you have for dinner today?
After it was all rebuilt!
When was it rebuilt? It can't be rebuilt in the span of a year or two. That shit takes like a decade.
Listen, Iki, with the Chaos Emeralds, you'd be surprised.
I
Yeah,
had a
I mean, like,
panini
they-
earlier with steak and the turkey and cheese.
doesn't work
How about
that
you?
way.
What did you have for dinner?
Huh?
I just had the idea like just to have two conversations going on at once. While they're having this big old bickering of Sonic lore and continuity. Here I am just over here like, what you guys have for dinner? I had a panini.
I just like the blue pineapple, man. That's just me.
We're gonna talk about how this freeway is floating in the heavens.
Yeah, like what the? Whoa!
It's way up in the heavens.
Logan, you set out a topic,
in the cr-
you set out a topic, and devil damn it, I want you to commit to it. So, MB, what'd you have for dinner?
Yes.
Oh gosh, what did I have for dinner?
Was it a sofa? Expensive haircut.
No, I had a pillow. It's fine.
See, a sofa.
What did I'm actually blanking on what I had. Oh, I had a muffin. It's good.
Oh, what again?
I was about to say, like, MB, you know pillows are high on strings,
I guess.
No, they're high in feathers.
Maybe.
She
which are stringy.
ate it to increase her fluffiness.
Yes.
Oh,
This fluffy
but
wool.
she's a sheep. She doesn't need feathers.
I need.
How about you,
I
Doug?
need
What did you eat
fluff.
for dinner?
What?
What did you eat for dinner?
Dude,
I just had McDonald's.
Yo, did you have the grimace
I,
meal?
I've been told that McDonald's is better in non-America countries.
It is.
Yeah, ours is pretty. I don't remember if I even told this story in the channel yet, but
Go for it.
when one of my friends came over here in November, I was gonna order for my McDonald's as well, but he offered to pay for mine as well as his. He was so surprised about the fucking prices. He was like flabbergasted.
like,
'cause he had no
surprised
idea
in-
how much McDonald's costs elsewhere.
Yeah, like my usual meal is around £5, and if I remember, the whole meal was about $10, while his and his girlfriend's is like 20.
Yeesh.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm guessing, like, the McDonald's there don't have, like, their own equivalent to the dollar menu?
It's all in pounds. We're cheap fucks.
Must be nice.
I do have a question for you, Doug.
What?
So you have McDonald's over there. Do you also have Quick?
Repeat that?
Do you also have Quick in addition to McDonald's?
The fuck is Quick?
Never heard of that.
Okay, well, first off, look how red Tails is.
Orange.
Yeah.
Orange.
Now, secondly, Quick is like a McDonald's-esque fast food chain slash, you know, McDonald's under a different name. I can't remember if I had it in Spain or in Brussels. It was one of the two. But their menu was practically identical to McDonald's. And it even tastes the same.
It's apparently originating from Belgium.
So it might have been Amsterdam or Brussels. And holy, even maybe Prague.
Ah, that brings back memories.
Whoa! What was the camera there?
Also, congratulations. This is one of the only chances I talk about food.
Yay!
So,
Wow.
Food is good.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Treasure it while it lasts.
Literally.
And also, real quick, you were mentioning about it potentially originating in Prague, you said?
No.
Belgium.
What I was trying to say is I might have had it in Prague, Brussels, or Amsterdam.
Okay, because I was about to say, if it was Prague, then you might want to be careful, because we all know how Prague likes their spices.
Huh?
It makes them angry under those hypnotic northern lights.
Exactly.
Look, you guys are probably making a gaggle, but I don't get it.
Sly Cooper.
Oh, right.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Band of Thieves, remember?
I wouldn't understand this.
Okay, you got it. Oh, God.
Sorry you fell.
This is you,
Anyways,
Hugo.
I'm an Xbox kid, so I wouldn't understand Sly Cooper. Anyways,
No worries.
it's fine.
You were an Xbox kid.
Yeah.
So did you play the one, the only Blinks the Time Sweeper?
No.
Did you play Jet Set Radio Future?
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure that was before her time.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've never heard of that game before in my life.
Yeah, because remember, she's a 2000s kid.
Also, really quick, this is another stage that Frontiers brings back to honestly some pretty decent effect, I think.
I like it.
Right.
It's pretty fun in that game.
Ironically, the Sonic Adventure themed levels in Sonic Frontiers are probably some of the better ones, just because the gameplay style is better suited for it than all the boost stuff.
Yeah.
Almost as...
Plus, you're free to customize the control to like your liking.
Oh, wait a
Which
minute, so
I really
like...
appreciate.
Also, they actually did bring that? They actually did make it so that the cyberspace levels would adhere to that?
I mean, they do now.
Good.
Now that jump deceleration is finally toggleable.
Thank God. I mean, the adventure style stages in Frontiers were already the better ones, but now they could actually like preserve your custom control style. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, between that, the momentum, like, there's a lot. I genuinely think Frontiers has been Checkpoint. I genuinely think Frontiers has been
It's been a breath of fresh air and a step in the right direction.
I think it's been probably the most conscientious they've been about the community and like making their games like a lot of fun.
I mean, shit, man. They just released the birthday DLC. Mm-hmm. It has some of the better platforming, like 3D related challenges I've played throughout the game so far.
And the fact they allowed that they've been looking at what one of the most highly requested and most popular implemented mods of the game, which was that of having actual momentum and reducing some of those limits, and they thought, well, shit, that looks fun. Let's just officially put that in the game, and now you can officially have the momentum engaged.
So
It's pretty snazzy.
Now, what I want to know is that, like, is the official implementation of it any better or any worse than the fan-made one?
That I don't know, because I'll admit, I have never played that. I knew of it. We would honestly have to wait until one of those modders themselves came out and said, yeah, I tried it and it feels like mine, or I don't know.
Or they wanted to stroke their own ego and say, no, mine's still better.
Also, I will do one other reference because it's been on my mind. The like, hey Shadow, how you doing? Why is Sonic on the solid line?
What?
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, those bits with Rouge and Shadow were, ding, a waste of time.
Oh
Wait,
no!
press the A button, press the A button, press the A button. I want to see if it happens.
I don't know if I was the only one. Did Tails miss it? Was Tails missing his hand?
Yeah, I saw that too. I was literally just
Yeah,
about
he
to
was
say
missing
that.
his hand.
Was that the original version of the cutscene too?
To be fair, these cutscenes were technically made with a 16:9 in mind, so there are a few oddities that will be present, like how Rouge was shifting the right in that earlier cutscene.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I love whenever 16:9 just ruins the illusion of 4:3 ratios.
It's fucking great.
Rock.
Oh yeah, was this the game that gave us the I am the Eggman?
Uh-huh. Yes.
No pupils.
Woo! Look at him.
Hey, buddy, do you see where my eyes went? Oh, they're up there.
It's Dark Spine all over again.
Teria!
Key.
I forgot that they actually kept that. Oh, haha. I forgot they actually kept that Teria.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Curse you with
My
the power
brains.
of rock and roll.
Struck his head. He must have broken the restraining mechanism.
Oops.
I am now the narrator of the story.
What did you say, Eggman? You hurt my feelings.
So he said it was a restraining mechanism.
Now we gotta fight him in a horribly different way than how Sonic had to fight him.
Yep.
Now you mentioned that was a restraining device. Does that imply that the Egg Golem was already a living creature before Eggman fucked with it?
Potentially. Or maybe it was a little... Or maybe it was just a little more, I don't know, I don't know.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool if this was like a legendary artifact that Eggman just modified to, you know, place under his control.
Ancient Egyptian technology.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, ancient arc technology. The ancient Egypt arc technology.
Yeah, that's it. Goodbye, Egg Golem.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you later.
So long, farewell.
At least he didn't have any spare batteries in the back.
Thank God.
Oh, that was a really easy boss.
Yeah, it's kind of a pushover.
Why are we seeing this cutscene again if we're not playing as Sonic?
Yes.
To show that Sonic and friends are, you know, taking off.
Cuts to Eggman running in this cutscene.
Just switch them around.
That would be funny.
Cut to him clinging onto the back of this rocket, but he eventually gets shaken off. But he's just like,
Shadow, stop this crazy thing!
That'd be fun.
hype. Will no one help me?
Now he's just giving me a silly image. I'll have to consider in post.
And now we return to the arc.
Sure, Maurice, we'll help you.
Thank you.
Commence launch.
I will go out.
Just setting him up to the
Can you tell me the password?
Resold crazy.
Marie Soul's crazy.
It's just too easy.
Rouge, maybe you shouldn't be talking so loudly.
Well, no, she hung up the thing.
Yeah, people might, you know, listen in.
She hung up, and little she's the only person on the arc right now.
Oh, okay.
As far as she knows.
Shadow and Eggman are doing God knows what.
It was Taco Tuesday, and the only available taco was on Earth, so they had to go all the way back down. And
the Chaos Taco.
This is it. Research Project Shadow.
Only mildly spicier than the Swiss roll.
What's with the salamander?
What in the world?
I think Rouge needs to. I think James, man, I think you need to censor that picture up there.
Why?
It doesn't look very good. It looks kind of.
all we're learning about is that apparently Project Shadow started even before Shadow.
Also, I just noticed that...
Oh,
There you go, James.
Game time, fellas.
Mad Space.
Best of luck.
Alright, I'm going to bed.
I do want...
Really?
I do want to point out that scene beforehand. I don't know if it's just like a glitch or something, but there was supposed to be like a camera shot of like Sonic and the others as they're in the ship there, but for some reason it didn't show up.
That's not a glitch. That's not part of this particular cutscene.
No, it was.
Anyways,
It was.
What?
Yeah, no, it might have been an oversight on the mod's part.
Wiggle ears.
I saw that too, MB.
I get the feeling they removed it from Dark Side Stories cutscene only because, you know, you're not playing as Sonic, you're not really seeing the story from their events.
It doesn't add
from
to
their
Dark's plot.
perspective.
I was about to say, who was to say there weren't security cameras at that exact location?
Oh. But anyways, Mad Space. You ever wondered what Super Mario Galaxy looked like circa 2001? Well, this ain't it.
I think it's in a box.
It might very well be in a box.
Box.
Not that box.
In a box.
Or it is just underground somewhere.
No, go back up.
It might be higher. Oh, wait, there it is.
There you
There
go.
you go.
This level could be a massive pain in the
There you
dick.
go.
Yeah, as long as
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, for at least two of the four major levels that Rouge gets, she hunts down pieces of the Master Emerald. Other times it's something else.
yeah, I mean, it makes sense because Knuckles is after the majority of them. But yeah, to catch up to speed, MB, the last time we were in a treasure hunting space stage, it didn't go well.
Oof.
Yeah, and I think which sucks too, considering I figured this would pretty much be my this would literally be my Achilles heel.
Well, it's still early.
Well, it doesn't look like there's any more emeralds on this planet.
Well, here's the main crux when it comes to these planetoids and the gravity situation. Yeah, you're constantly, like, moving towards the center of the planetoid. However, only to an extent. If you go too close to the bottom of the planet, your control glitches the fuck out. It kind of, like, tries to turn you around to go back upward towards the top of the planet.
It was very much ahead of its time. And in many ways, you know...
Ahead of its time, yet needed a lot more time to bake.
Yeah, essentially.
Also, since this level is so goddamn ginormous, they didn't want to make it too easy for the player to figure out where the Master Emerald shards are, so if we look at the clue monitors, like the hit monitors up there, the clues will be either lying or they'll be
written backwards.
Reverse.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
it's the ones in reverse that are the true ones.
That's just maddeningly unhelpful.
Yes.
I mean, it is mad space.
You know, I'm starting to think it's not even on this planet.
You think it's one above us?
the edge.
I wish not to be on this planet, Manny.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Even higher.
Higher!
still.
Higher!
Unless...
Oh, it's even higher than that.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Unless, yeah, no, Jesus, God damn it.
Hint!
No, we don't want to mess up our score.
I don't want to use hints.
What does the score
Too
matter?
high.
I want to at least make sure I get out of this without getting an E. Early.
What the hell is it? Oh, hang on.
So yes,
Where
this
is
looks
that,
like
Dan?
I think
Oh,
it's
here
on
it
the
is.
spot. Oh, there we go. It's one of these boxes. This is...
So, we'll say...
Box.
MB,
It's in none of these boxes.
there's 2 more you didn't hit.
Good to be on the side.
Oh, it's in one of these.
Jesus.
You're welcome.
We'll say...
Thanks, Jesus.
We'll say MB...
You're welcome.
Thank you, Wario God. So we'll say, while we're
Everybody
going through all this MB... what, I mean, was there a particular game or a comic or something that, like, really won you over to, like, you know, the Sonic stuffs?
Just Sonic X, man. That's what did it for me, personally.
That's fair.
Except we don't like Chris. That's all there is.
I don't think anybody likes
That's
Chris.
fair. Honestly, that's how we know you are a true fan of Sonic X, because you don't like Chris.
I mean, there was also the show Everybody Hates Chris, so I'm pretty sure that was the inspiration.
But also, like, okay, this is like a very bad tangent thing. So Tails used to be my favorite character. He's kind of still is now, but like it's different. And so when like Cosmo was introduced in that show as like the love interest, I really hated her because I was like, Tails is supposed to be mine. How dare you? Like, which is like really bad. Which is like really bad to think about. But like, I just hated Cosmo for that. I still don't like her as much, but like. That there's just that bitter thing from childhood. It's just like I hate her because she still Tails for me, you know?
That's adorable.
Tails is mine. Tails was mine to stroke Tails with.
I would say.
Oh, hello. We got life.
Yeah, I would say the
got
problem.
a blip.
I think it's dug underground.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, nice.
Thank fucking God.
Oh my lord. But no, I'd say the problem.
5 minutes.
I think the problem with Cosmo is that like it just led to a lot of contrived.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an E,
It could have been
so
worse.
Also,
Yeah, so I did E. That's the most important thing. I mean, granted, I already got 1 E rank earlier, but I mean...
Also,
It could've been worse.
That
yay,
one.
speaking, according to something that MB just posted, I guess in terms of like, you know how like at Sega they officially hired that like, you know, person who's like in charge of the canon and the lore moving forward to manage it all.
Yeah.
They can now confirm that yes, the IDW made the pass.
Basically the comics are confirmed canon in the games. It's like they had a Sonic Live stream that just happened a little bit ago, and they just confirmed it. So.
I mean, didn't they cheekily say like a long time ago that in Sonic everything is canon?
yeah, but
so
like
stupid.
like now they're just kind of like doubling down on that. You know, like they teased it earlier by name dropping Tangle and Frontiers, but now they're all like, yeah, it exists, which makes me wonder if Sage will ever appear in the comics.
Who knows?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Though the only thing I'm hoping for is that they make sure to keep it in such a way where like the games don't outright require you to read the comics to understand any of it.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
I mean,
fair.
like for the most part, they've been fairly good about keeping them like self-contained from each other.
Right.
But like, or even like to the point of like, say if you're gonna bring Tangle or Whisper or whatever into a game, make sure to have Sonic be like, "Oh my gosh, Tangle, I haven't seen you in a while," like, or something to the extent of like,
It's been generations since I saw you, Tangle.
But you know what I mean, like basically.
Or if not that, then just something to give us a proper introduction to the character.
Correct, yeah.
For those that didn't already read the comics.
Right.
Hey, Tangle! Last time I saw you, you were in the Funny Papers.
Funny.
Tangle would probably even like somehow find that as a compliment. But yes, you did it, James. We are so close to the end.
Yay! Knuckles is
I think
dead.
it's
So close, yet so far.
Oh, and this scene hit A.
She murdered the enchilada.
Hi guys.
Okay, there he is.
Close your eyes.
Hey, bye guys. Hey guys, bye guys. Sorry, not here. Don't mind me. Just pretend I'm not here. Pretend I'm not here.
Sorry, I'm intruding something.
What was that about?
You look like you're in the middle of something. I was just on my way to
this time I
Burger
should have
King.
been constantly pressing A during these cutscenes.
Yeah.
You know, I heard a thing called couples canceling.
Speaking of the word.
Bro, you got wings. Just fly. Oh my
I
god.
Yeah, seriously.
You know what? No, I get it. She slipped because she immediately noticed Big.
It's like, Big, what are you on?
Big startled her so much.
I'm sorry.
I was there.
Who the hell's that? Don't ask.
Bro, she just saved you.
It's like, don't worry, Miss Rouge. Oh, there he is, guys.
Hey, fellas.
No, move, Rouge,
Get
move.
out! What is he doing?
Oh,
What's he doing?
Oh, he's scratching his ass.
That was not bad.
That's just nuts.
Not in front of the camera, man.
Anyway, I was just like, before Big graced us once again, I was just, that joke of like, oh, she fell because she noticed Big. It's like, don't worry, Miss Rouge. I'm aware I have that effect on the ladies.
It's not that hype. I'm now thinking of freaking Puss in Boots. Like now, like at the very end of all of this, when we're fighting with Supersonic or whatever, just Big suddenly shows up, takes everything over. Like, you don't understand. I was theirs from the beginning.
I was always there.
Always there.
For a minute, I thought you were talking about the second one, and you were implying that Big was like the devil damn Grim Reaper. It's like, you're really gonna stop
Whistling
losing
along.
that thing.
Oh, I'm off my.
No, I thought you were gonna refer to Big as like Jack Horner.
Well, that was weird.
Real talk.
Yeah, James.
Real talk. A missed opportunity for that scene. Right when Rouge was running away, that's where they should have had Big right in front of her, about ready to hug.
You will enjoy the embrace.
Now give me a hug.
You look like you give good hugs.
Well, if it isn't Puss in Boots himself.
With the head and
In the
cape and
flesh.
his little boots.
Imagine if Big...
Why are my nudes on Twitter.com?
You know, Eggman, you can act like you mean it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Doug.
Imagine if Big cosplayed as fucking deaf for Halloween.
Well, I mean, Metal Sonic did once.
I am the harbinger of souls.
I know Metal Sonic does, but imagine if Big did that.
We need to draw this immediately.
Oh, hey!
Could I have an autograph? Been following you for a long time.
Sign right
Follow you
here.
on Instagram and you never reply to any of my
Are you
comments,
fucking
so-
real? No!
I think we're working James's concentration.
Sorry you fell. Anyways.
Goodbye, Eggman. Forever.
Sayonara, Eggman. But no, Egg the Man. No, to think that after all this time, Mickey, because you just reminded me that, yeah, no, the fact that all those years ago now, this was our introduction to Al, and what a ridiculous man, what a ridiculous individual they are, and how funny they are.
They're a delight.
I'm
Their tone.
Oh, go ahead.
Good. Go ahead and be.
I was saying, I apologize. You saying sayonara just awoken a childhood memory. Did anybody watch the show I Survived, the Japanese game show? Or Hi Mashide?
No, but this sounds amazing.
Yeah, with freaking
I vaguely remember
yeah,
that.
with Majide.
I somewhat
Yeah,
remember.
Hi Mashide. Yeah.
Majide.
I think that was on ABC.
I've never heard of this.
It was a concept that I genuinely think should have been brought back for another show because it was pretty funny. It was explain the show to Icky and B.
Oh, so basically it's just taking, well, I mean, like, it's been so long since I've watched it, but it's long story short, it's like taking people who, like foreigners who just come to, like a Japanese-style game show and go through, like, very crazy challenges, and, like, they had some very wacky stuff, and it was still all in good fun, but it was just, like, just seeing how people react to different like cultures, game shows. It was just fun. I still remember like what it was like Green Tigers and like Red Monkeys. I think were like the teams for a while, but like
so Legends of the Hidden Temple 2.
Sure. But I think one of the games that I remember is like they were like trying to go up this like they were in these like wetsuits and they had to try to climb up this like set of stairs, but it's like incredibly like slick surfaces and just people just falling all the time, just like making very little progress. It was very entertaining. Anyways, that just unlocked a memory with me, so thank you. I haven't thought about that in a while.
It sounds amazing, and I want to watch it now.
See if I can find it somewhere.
I mean, not gonna lie, Andy, you must have been pretty young when you saw it, because I remember that show, that came out, like, ages ago.
Yeah, I was not incredibly old, yeah. I was younger.
No worries. As long as you have fun regardless.
Yeah, no, that was definitely an experience from what little I saw of it.
It was fun.
You know, thinking about it, there was a recent episode, well, quote-unquote recent episode of Family Guy that made fun of Japanese game shows for, it's like a cutaway gag. It actually got a lot out of me.
Also, Eggman gets a little bonus that Tails does not get. Actual protection.
Ooh!
Wow.
Oh, so that's why he's such a pain in the ass to defeat.
Yep. Basically, it's a health bonus.
Let's see, the power-ups are canon.
Anyway, who's ready for a roller coaster ride?
Not me, said the pig.
Oh, I thought you say not me. Ah! He just starts screaming as he's on this thing.
He starts screaming that the thing stops just so he can sip a shake.
Okay.
Resume.
I mean, okay, this makes okay. I mean, this is probably the closest thing we have to a rail shooter. Oh my god, it is a rail shooter.
Yeah,
it is a rail shooter.
Oh my god,
on a rail, and you're shooting things.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, Cosmic Ball, much like Weapons Bed before, is another score attack favorite.
Wow.
Yep.
Not to mention, it's probably the best Eggman stage of the game.
Just because when you're hovering, you actually gain altitude for a brief bit.
Oh.
Well, it's because of the low gravity that your jumps, like, overall are reinforced.
It almost makes you remember back when you used to control one of Eggman's mechs.
A certain...
Before he got blown out.
That takes
a certain
me back.
Greek letter of sorts.
Epsilon.
I think there was a 1 and a 0. Maybe another number in there that wasn't part of the binary
you
code.
mean 0!
Yeah, that guy.
Actually, you know, just talking about this, like, we talk about, like, you know, beta, gamma, epsilon, 0, and whatnot. Well, I guess, would 0 technically be alpha in that regard?
Essentially. They don't explicitly say it, but he may as well be alpha.
Alpha 0?
Yeah, the first one.
Which makes me wonder, why did Eggman start, like, doing the whole Greek lettering thing with, Beta?
I don't know, maybe he just felt like it.
Was he just stupid?
Or maybe it's just one of those things he didn't think about until after he made the robots.
Oh, I love this jumping physics.
Like, imagine what other codenames he probably gave his E100 series beforehand.
He could have named them after, like,
Pancake. I want there to be a mech named Pancake. Please.
E123.
I can imagine it being like... I can imagine there being, like, a flounder bag named Pancake.
E257 Pancake.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm amazed you guys are going that far. I just figured, like, maybe he named them all after egg dishes.
Alright, Benedict.
So, like, egg tart? No, just without the egg in the front.
So,
it's like, this one's
deviled
Benedict, this one's tart.
Maybe over easy.
Eggs!
Well
egg
done.
salad!
Just salad.
It ain't over easy, Sonic.
Nothing is over easy. Mine is.
Hard boiled.
That's no yolk!
Pudding.
Well, you know what they say.
Well, I mean, they're the hard-boiled heavies.
There you go.
Well, you know what they say, Sonic. When you're feeling down, you gotta look sunny side up.
Excellent.
She gets it.
What the hell hit you?
Artificial chaos.
That artificial chaos that was flying on by.
Son of a bitch!
Hold on, I can save this.
Wait.
Good job.
Wait. Yay!
Thank God the kill boxes in this area are very few and far apart.
Yeah, thank God.
That dish wouldn't work with the name. But there's curry. You could name there's egg curry.
Egg curry?
Yeah. Egg curry.
Voiced by Tim Curry?
Yes.
The Tim?
Sure.
It's like, I live to serve, big man.
Oh, say it again.
I
live to serve.
He just looks
big
confused,
man.
like,
Oh,
one more time.
my egg hard boiled.
Did you see the? Did you see that? Like, I saw it on TikTok. Did you ever see it? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You sound tickled right now.
No, that's just
He
this
sounds
idea
tickled?
of like.
Tickled.
Well, no, just the idea of like he has like the egg curry, the Tim Curry robot. Like he gives a command, but like he's just constant. But one of the commands he gives is to constantly just say things for himself. It's like egg curry, say pumpernickel, pumpernickel.
It's just so amused so easily.
He just claps his hands.
He just claps his feet together. He just claps his feet together like
With
Doc Ock.
childlike glee.
I knew spending my life savings on getting you as a guest cameo was all worth
He
it.
claps his feet together with glee like Doc Ock.
Happiness.
Like a seal.
Well, no. So the whole thing, Icky, a long time ago, we were playing Insomniac Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah.
And Doc Ock's in it, of course. And as we're fighting him and stuff, well, as he first reveals himself, I don't know what even the prompt of it was, but just the fact that it was just the thought of him looking so pleased with himself that he could like move his hands and catch things and stuff again. The fact that because his hands were like losing their motor functions or whatever, so that's why he needed the arms.
Wait, is that what happened?
In that game, yeah.
That's why he was wanting to develop those arms, because he wanted something to substitute for the fact that he was losing his motor functions in his own arms. But
I didn't know that.
But so then we had the idea. One of us, I think it was me or someone, had the idea of like, what if he was so pleased in front of Hot Peter that when he like lifts himself up off the ground by Lord, by his mechanical arms, it's a wall, I guess. But that he'd be so.
Oh, it's the cosmic.
But that he'd be so pleased that he would just start clapping his feet together like he was clapping his hands since he doesn't have to stand anymore.
Oh my gosh, no.
Do.
Ooh.
He did.
Yes, okay, yeah. Simple commune, you see.
I landed egg first.
Oh my god.
Sunny side.
He is the best.
Oh,
this is
we will
fact.
miss you, Duran Norris, after this in the next game.
Duran Norris.
Never mind.
Dean Bristow.
Dean Bristow.
That's Dean Bristow.
Who is Duran Norris?
I mean, I'll give you that. It'd be interesting to hear how Duran would voice Eggman, but
You know what?
Who the
That's
hell's
right.
Duran
That's
Norris?
right. That's
He's
right. Duran
Cosmo.
was you know what it was? Because you mentioned Cosmo earlier, and that someone mentioned Cosmo, and that threw my mind into a
That's
rain,
me.
alright? If you value your life, you will never mention Cosmo in my presence
Are we talking about the Sonic Cosmo or the Fairly Odd Parents Cosmo?
The Fairly Odd
Duran
Parents
voiced the
Cosmo.
Fairly Odd Parents Cosmo.
And that threw me off. It's a whole big thing.
That's the name of the voice actor? I didn't know that. What else has he done?
Sonic.
Well, he was Ray in Fist of the North Star.
He was in an anime?
There was also Venom in the PS1 Spider-Man game.
Yep.
He was in Spider-Man?
Yeah, and I still stand to this day that he should voice Venom again because he was really good in that game. Really funny, too.
Handing over the fake emerald, I can kill two birds with one stone.
It's a good thing I can read minds, you know.
You know, these visors aren't on my head for nothing.
They're actually high-tech radio transmitters.
Not to mention you talk very loudly.
Villain, Doctor.
And you become a very hokey actor, Sonic! In fact, I saw right through you.
Sarcasm detected. Initiating sarcasm launch sequence.
So we kind of talked it over earlier, but even before all this, Eggman already figured out that Tails had a fake emerald on him. Like, there were 2 separate emerald readings when they already had 6 of them.
Ah, Tails, you've messed up, kid.
I mean, Tails didn't entirely account for Eggman actually having an emerald radar that could read his fake.
Well, actually, you mentioned that he only detected 2 signals of Chaos Emerald when he already had 6.
Right.
Is it possible that he could have worked out the opposite way? That in a sense...
Not sure where you're getting at there, buddy.
What I'm trying to say is, like, say he launched Sonic, but he was holding the real Emerald.
Oh. That would have definitely been interesting.
He would have kind of screwed himself then.
Well, I mean, no, Sonic would no doubt still save himself in the long run.
But now I have nothing to live for, now that pesky hedgehog took my 7th Emerald.
Well, no, he can always just take out his anger on the Tails.
No,
yeah.
he's
With the boxing glove.
He's a kid.
Yeah, and he's a pain in the ass boss fight.
He's an 8-year-old child and also a match for my own genius. Therefore, he is a valid competition.
Oh god.
Dude. Also, yeah, that tube that explodes, you can use that to hurt him too.
Yeah, but you could also get hit by it too.
You know,
First try
there's
that
something
time.
symbolic about how I had a much harder time with the 8-year-old compared to the geriatrical robotics expert.
I mean, again,
Who are you calling geriatric?
Eggman's the one that gets the defense boost.
Hedgehog after all.
Oh well, c'est la vie.
C'est la vivre.
Legend has it when all 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected, the power creates a miracle. I have 6 of them. They're mine. All mine. Shadow.
Well, there you go. The thief caught in the act.
How dare.
From the Prezi?
I thought we had something special going on, Rouge.
That government spy?
So you did your homework. Is that it? I would say that's an invasion of privacy.
I can say the same thing about
I can't do work now that I'm not home.
Funny coming from the hypocrite.
Joke's on you, I don't even know what that is.
Funny coming from you, Raoul.
pathetic creature.
Look who's talking.
Wow, that's harsh.
Here are the results of the research project called the Ultimate Life Form. But if this picture is of the real Ultimate Life Form named Shadow...
You know, they do a damn fine job of not really, well, I mean, aside from there, not showing us a really good, you know, picture of the article.
Well, no, you have to pay attention and look at it.
Look at it!
Instead of looking at the funny cartoon animals.
Listen, let's not kid ourselves. When, like, since they started their first 3D outing, like Sega and Sonic Team have never been good at, you know, doing cinematic choreography or any of that crap.
No, but they had the idea in mind to do this with mode capture, so...
Do you actually believe that...
Though, to be fair, some of the camera shots do tend to come off as very fucking weird.
They're kind of amateurish, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. Like, even now, like, they're, like, even with Sonic Frontiers, they haven't really moved that far. They haven't gotten that much better at it.
Which makes me wonder, do they have official storyboard artists, like, outside of the pre-rendered cutscenes?
Maybe. I mean, as far as the CG cutscenes are concerned, yeah, I'm pretty sure those are commissioned by outside sources.
Anyways, Final Chase.
Not as good as Final Rush, I'll say that right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot more perilous in many regards.
Plus, you have these weird anti-gravity tubes that force you upward.
Yeah, it's the primary gimmick, and I do think it's a little... Like, you can say whatever you will about how Sonic Adventure 2 handles rail grinding. I'd say this is a little more disorienting by comparison.
Well, it's because you're constantly moving forward and spinning on those, rolling things.
Pretty much.
Plus, the music isn't as good.
Yeah, in fact, I'll honestly say, like, as far as theme music for all the characters, Shadow tends to get the weaker ones, in my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Radical Highway's fine, but everything else, honestly, doesn't really do it for me.
Radical Highway, I liked White Forest's theme.
White Forest was okay.
But it's not as peppy as Green Forest, but you know what, that works.
Well, I don't think it's supposed to be peppy.
I mean, I'd say it also applies to, like, the, like, every character's main theme. Like, Shadows, I definitely say is the weakest of the 6 of them.
Well, because it's more like darkness, no parents.
Essentially, and it sounds like utter nonsense.
Yeah, it's complete nonsense.
I mean, can you really make out the lyrics?
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell.
To this day, I still can't make out a single lyric to Shadow's themes.
No. Well,
Yeah.
I'd say
Unless you look it up.
of all the things that Shadow the Hedgehog did better as a game, I'd say, you know, the music was, like, themes associated with him were mostly a plus.
Well,
Or
even
at
then,
least
I
with,
would.
All Hail. Good.
I was just about to say, like, I don't think I'd even say that much, because, like, out of all the several vocal themes, like, I think I can only think of, like, maybe 2 of them that I would classify as being, like, exceptionally good. Well, 3 if you count the main theme.
Summon the Wonkus.
That's fair. Although, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't like Chosen One.
Which one's Chosen One?
It's the one that I think plays when you go through that one ending where Shadow claims that he's literally the guardian of the Ark.
Yes, that's the
Oh.
that's the anti-villain, not anti-hero endings.
It's also the only.
I'm pretty sure that was anti-villain, but whatever.
No, it's anti-hero.
But isn't that the same one where you're supposed to find the computer room?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Does it really matter when it comes to Shadow the Hedgehog?
And that's considered the hero one. But no, I distinctly remember actually failing that one.
Well, it's still regardless in the anti-hero pathway. It still counts for that ending.
If you say so.
I just like that ending because it's one of the few endings with Eggman in it where Eggman doesn't get killed.
Yeah, he doesn't get the karate chop of death.
Oh, but that's the best part.
I didn't even know that happened.
It happens.
Oh yeah, no, he just straight up says, "Die, Eggman," and he just gets just.
No, he doesn't even
slapped.
say that. He just says, "Goodbye, Doctor,"
Doctor.
and then he literally karate chops him.
Oh boy.
Screams,
Oh, God.
Sorry you fell.
Goodbye.
Damn, not here.
I feel like I wouldn't have as much of a problem with, like, having endings where he up and kills Eggman if you could also have that option for, like, other characters. Like, have an ending where he up and kills Sonic or up and kills Black Doom.
You know damn well they weren't going to get away with that.
Well, that's why it's non-canon.
Well, I mean, they didn't show him physically connecting with Eggman.
So,
with that
now let's stop and think
job.
about it. I can't even say that considering that Mephiles got away with killing Sonic.
Yeah. And then they got away with a human woman kissing the corpse of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my.
Disgusting.
Man, my
Absolutely
15th
gross.
birthday was weird.
Yeah,
Yes, it was.
for all of us.
My 15th birthday sucked!
I mean, yeah, no, my 50th birthday was weird, but hey, at least I have a cool airport.
He has a cool airport?
Yeah, because Riders was technically part of his 15th anniversary, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the start of it.
Oh, I thought you said airport.
No, airboard.
I own this entire airport!
Lay nose ears.
He got a skateboard.
Sonic Airlines. When you gotta go, we go faster.
Were you trying to say something, MB?
Oh, I was just saying, you guys want to go skateboards?
Oh boy. Hey babe, I am Real Man. Do you want to go skateboards?
Maria, check out these skateboards.
Oh, there you go.
Be careful.
Ah, good old Sonic Adventure 2 Gravity. Your friend and mine.
Friend.
Ooh, holes.
And that's what leads to Stockholm Syndrome, kids.
Uh-oh.
Play Sonic 06 enough times, you'll begin to like it.
Haha, it's funny.
It's an acquired taste, I tell you.
I swear the ambition more than makes up for it being a bad game.
Though I will admit, there was like this one official key art thing that Sega put out with like, I think it was Blaze the Cat and Princess Elise. Like a cartoony version of Princess
Oh,
Elise.
I know what you're thinking of. It wasn't Blaze, it was Silver.
That was Silver.
I thought that was kind of cute.
Yeah, it was cute.
It's nice.
Yeah, they made it work.
Only because of like the cartoonier style they went with. Like if they went with that, I sincerely doubt that scene would be as controversial as it were.
No, I feel like that scene is a bit iffy for a number of reasons, but you are right that the art style is one of those reasons.
Listen, it's one of those things where like nobody was expecting something ripped right out of.
I guess I'm not full power.
Something ripped right out of fucking Evanescence.
I was gonna say Final Fantasy, but that works too.
Can't wake me up. Can't wake up. That's the entire vibe I get out of that generation of video games.
I had to hold myself back to not sing that song.
Good.
Never cease to surprise
Good.
me, Blue.
You are strong.
I thought that capsule
You're the
you
ultimate
You are
chief.
strong.
You know, what can I say?
I do like singing, but it's fine. Maybe later.
I like you singing too.
Hey Logan,
Yeah, James.
Taking a break from the old Radio Disney crowd, huh?
It's like, they never put enough water
in these things. Sorry, go ahead.
I just hate
You're
to
on
be
same
the
page.
bear. It's like, I just hate to be the bearer of bad news, Sonic, but... What? Your adventuring days are coming to an end.
No, really?
I don't believe you.
Oh, don't take my word for it. Look at the game that comes after this.
Listen. Hey, listen. My fans, they may not be the ones that you like, but they love me.
Hey, my fans respect me.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Look
works.
at the game review, Sonic.
Oh my god.
Check the reviews. It's scary how well this actually works in my head.
Right?
Oh, keep going, keep cooking.
Alright, Tails, this is it. Left or right?
Left.
Come on, now or never.
And then they go
now
multi-platform.
And now I just want the expression. Now I just want the expression on Sonic's face to be that of Goofy's when they are driving, and he is done, Doug. He is done.
Turn left! Oh, Chow, whose side are you on?
Why is the same thing?
What is that thing anyway?
Sorry, Sonic, I'm a neutral party.
Wait, Sonic and Chaos. Oh, so now here Sonic is just Chaos controlling like no tomorrow?
Well, yeah, because I'm guessing this is before he
With the
jammed
fake
the fake
arrows.
radar into the laser.
Fake radar.
But still, it's just like I don't remember Sonic being able to do this often. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Sonic use Chaos Control so liberally.
Well, he kind of has to, because he can't keep up with me.
I think the one thing you have to keep in mind with this fight is not only are the platforms behind you collapsing, but there is an end to this road. Like, if you keep going for too long, you will eventually, you know...
Yeah, it reminds me of the old Infinite fight and frickin' Forces, but we did it.
I mean, if it means anything, it's a long, long road, so, I mean, if you know what you're doing, you're not going to reach it anytime soon.
He killed the blue pineapple. He did.
Oh, don't worry, he just suffered a few bruises, that's all.
Only just a few.
Ira.
He'll be fine.
Are you saying Ira?
Ira. He said era like Ira.
Now begins the glorious Ara.
No. Sir.
This is delicious!
I wasn't ready for that.
Don't be hasty.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is the end of the Dark Side story.
Complete with,
See, I told you I can get it done in under 2 hours.
I forget whose theme is playing. Is this Shadows?
It's Shadows.
Yeah, it's throw it all away.
Much like how last time it was Sonic's theme we heard. Just, yeah, no, this song's not bad, but I do think it pales compared to all the others.
What was it, Turn It All the Way?
Yes.
So yeah, Dark Side Story. The leftovers of what Hero Side Story had to offer, I argue.
Essentially, yeah. Like, I don't think it's bad for the most part, aside from, like, the few outliers, like Mad Space. But on the whole, it definitely does feel like there was more... Like, the story, I think there's a little more to the story in Team Dark's case, but Team Sonic, it's more like along the lines of, I think there was more satisfying gameplay attached to it.
That's fair.
The levels felt more thought out in some regard.
Right. Like, I mean, again, it's like, the biggest highlight as far as the gameplay is concerned is mostly with Eggman's levels, and I mean, and also Radical Highway in Shadow's case, but otherwise, it's mostly just... It's there just to fulfill a quota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really wanted to commit to this whole, like Hero and Dark storylines. Kind of in a somewhat subdued version of, like, how Sonic Adventure 1 had, like, seven something stories.
Jesus Christ.
Jason Bourne?
And remember, like, this was being developed when the Dreamcast was already pretty much on its way out. So, I mean, I can't imagine morale for this game's development was too terribly high.
Yeah. Especially when it came to the Dark Side Story. If I could put it in a particular way, I mentioned earlier in this part that a bunch of level elements, when it comes to like Shadow's levels, like the high-speed ones, I think it also applies to Eggman and maybe Tails' stages. A lot of the set pieces tend to repeat themselves in the same level.
Well, they kind of had to if they wanted to save all that time.
Yeah, but it feels like they've planned out the levels, like, with much less time in mind, which was most likely the case, but I don't know. It doesn't... It's not as memorable, it's not as fun for me.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that.
And unfortunately, it only gets worse when it comes to, like, Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Well, in the case of Heroes, it's a matter of, like, they very blatantly reuse the same levels, where it's like, it's not like Adventure 2, where it's like, it's the same aesthetics, but the level designs are technically different, whereas Heroes, it's like, no, it's just straight up the same level.
Oh, one moment, though. We have one more thing to see for now.
Hope you all don't have auditory sensitive problems.
Or visual.
Hmm?
Why do you say so?
Well...
The ultimate life form. Chaos vengeance.
Desperation.
Supersonic collision. Untamed power of chaos.
Professor Gerald is a truth about
Sonic Adventure 2. Last episode. Wishes are eternal.
Not for my fucking cheeseburger.
It didn't. Discord did not pick up any of that, but I like let out like a little like kind of scream as all that was happening at the very end.
Your audio corrupted. Oh, are we doing this right now?
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing it now. Like, this is literally all that's left.
It's just a lot. It's just some lore dumping a boss. Let's do it.
If I can make a suggestion, can we at least, like, do, like, a quick, like, break to cap off our recording, just so...
Yeah, pee break. We've kind of been at this for, like, 2 hours now.
Alright, fair. We'll be back, folks.
Right back.